year. Pittsburgh playing under 500. Pittsburgh just getting in there because Washington had such a bad year. Islanders 2-time straight champions. They have everything going. An outstanding line in Trache Bossi, all-star defenseman in Potvin. They have so many things going for them, but the only bright spot going for Pittsburgh is sometimes goaltending can win you a game. And in a short series, almost anything can happen. The Pens have got to win tonight. Tonight's the key to the whole series. And to even go farther than that, the first 5 or 6 minutes, based on what happened Sunday back in Pittsburgh, a very physical game. They have the same referee. So the first 6 minutes will tell a lot about this series.
It'll be the same 2 goaltenders that went Sunday afternoon. For the Penguins, it'll be Michel Dion, and for the New York Islanders, of course, Billy Smith. Dennis Potvin will return to the lineup. There had been some question as to whether or not Mike Bossy, their high-scoring right winger, would play tonight. He twisted his knee in that Sunday game. He skated in the warm-up, and he is listed as a starter for the Islanders. But in what I watched of the warm-up, he was very tentative, and there is a chance, I think, that he might not see a lot of action here this evening against the Pens.
Well, Coach Eddie Johnson would like to use Andre Saint-Laurent against Trache, but since Al Arbor has the last change, he won't see that matchup until Saturday in Pittsburgh.
Bossy will probably score 6 on us tonight. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned now. Stanley Cup playoff time, and this is the Penguins Hockey Network. Well, we will have the singing now of our national anthem here from the Nassau County Coliseum. Joe Durr to handle the honors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket trembled, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We welcome you to our simulcast tonight here. This is a 5-game series, and here's a look on the TV side at the officials.
Referee tonight, Ron Fournier. He works Sunday's game in Pittsburgh. Linesman for tonight, John D'Amico and Ron Foyt. Standby official is Paul Flaherty. The ice officials are from Hartford.
Michel Dion of the Pittsburgh Penguins in the regular season finished with a record of 25, 24, and 12, 3.79. And his counterpart will be the ever-present Mr. Billy Smith, 31-year-old netminder. There's a look at Dion, who had himself quite a game against the Penguins on Sunday. Picked up 8 minutes of penalty time. They're checking the nets here, and that's standard procedure. And apparently they're going to have to do some stitch work. There is a look at Billy Smith.
They've checked everything. Jim Gregory, the supervisor for this series, was in both locker rooms, measured all the sticks, checked them, made sure they were okay, the curvature was all right, checked the goaltender's equipment, that the pads were not too wide, the catcher's glove, the blocker, all met specifications before they start tonight's game.
Let us check the scratches now for both these clubs, Terry, and who is returning to the lineup for both the Penguins and the Islanders.
For the Pittsburgh Penguins, scratch tonight. Of course, Mario Faubert out for the year with the broken leg. Jim Hamilton out with a broken hand. Greg Shepard still bothered with knee problem. Randy Boyd will not dress tonight, nor will Steve Gatzos or Bobby Simpson, plus the 5 players left back in Pittsburgh who were called up from Erie after their season ended. For the New York Islanders, Thomas Johnson, Bobby Nystrom, who's out with a groin pull, and Hector Marini are out. Marini had a broken hand also. The Islanders being allowed to dress 18 players. Of course, both teams allowed to dress 18 players and 2 goaltenders. They have added rookie Greg Gilbert, who played 1 game for the Islanders this year, scoring a goal, and played in Toronto with the OHA team there, where he was voted the best defensive forward in the OHA.
For the Islanders at center, of course, it'll be Brian Trottier, who holds the all-time NHL record for the most consecutive games scoring in the playoffs, 25, and that record still is intact right now. On the right wing, it will not be Mike Bossy, however. It will be Anders Keller, and on the left side, John Tonelli. And for the New York Islanders defensively, Ken Morrow will be paired with Dennis Potvin. For the Penguins, the front line has Andre Saint-Laurent at center, with Rod Schutt on the left wing and Kevin McClellan, the rookie, on the right side. Defensively, Ron Stackhouse and Pat Price. as they continue to work on the net behind goaltender Michel Dion. The announcers for this broadcast are contracted and paid for by the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this copyrighted broadcast is authorized under the rights granted by the Penguins solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Penguins is prohibited. Well, as if it wasn't tough enough, the Penguins come in here against the Islanders, a team that had the best record in the NHL at home this year, losing only 3 times, winning 33 and tying 4. The Penguins finished up strong on the road, however, in the last couple of weeks of play, and their road record finished at 10-25 and 5, but it had been so dismal for so long, and they were able to turn it around a little bit towards the tail end. They come into this game with a 5-game unbeaten streak, and out of the last 3 losses the Islanders have had on the regular season, 2 of those have been against the Penguins.
The Islanders have a 23-game unbeaten streak. They have not lost in 1982 here at the Coliseum, with a record of 15-0-8, and over their last 33 games at home, 29 wins, 3 ties, and only 1 loss, and that was to the Montreal Canadiens.
Some of the faithful here at the Nassau Coliseum. It'll be a sellout crowd as we get ready to go. Now look at Al Arbour on the TV side, the head coach of the Islanders, trying to make it 3 in a row. Stanley Cup rings. He is 5th all time in the NHL now in coaching victories. Fournier ready to drop the puck between Singeron, a former Islander, and Trottier. Here we go, underway. Game 1 of the series is a best of 5. Into the Islanders end. Anders Kaller to Dennis Potvin, who did not play Sunday afternoon in the final regular season game. Right wing pass to Kaller. Penguins in, comes down, looks for Trottier, checked by Pat Price. And he's held on the ice, knocked down by Pat Price. The puck goes behind the Penguin goal. Tonelli behind the net. Tonelli, skate stop, looking, can't center. Penguins break it up. Loose around the goal, and Pat Price sweeps it with his hand over to Stackhouse now up the stick. Around the right wing side, it goes deep into Islander territory. Dennis Potvin cruising back to touch it. And an icing call against the Penguins. So the Islanders come out with a little bit of authority here in the first half minute of play.
For the New York Islanders, this is their 99th playoff game with an all-time record of 63 wins and 35 losses, but they have swept through the last 2 years without losing a series.
Well, there is a key, Dennis Potvin, of course, really to their big attack, and especially on the power play. He makes it go. Now the Islanders go to a change. Butch Goring between Bobby Bourne and Greg Gilbert. The young rookie comes out to take a shift here. Penguins keep the same line. Langevin and Pearson, a wholesale change for the Islanders. In front for Bourne. Bounced off his stick to the right wing corner. Bob Bourne is slammed to the boards by Pat Price. Worked up the far side. Gilbert with the puck. Plays it back to Bourne. He is hit by Price again. Price making him pay. Now Goring around the net. Goring's knocked down by Singeron. Penguins having trouble getting the puck out of their own end. It comes to Gilbert. Gilbert skates the right side. Behind the net to Bourne. In front, Gilbert's there. Dropped it back to Langevin. He probably should have shot the puck. Penalty coming up Pittsburgh. Shot by Pearson. The save is made by Dion. Shot has it. Penalty against the Penguins. A high stick. The Islanders get the first power play chance. They had the best power play unit in the National Hockey League. And we have 1 minute and 2 expired here in the first period. Let's take a break. There is no score. This is Stanley Cup playoff hockey, and this is the Penguins Hockey Network.
First penalty of the series. It comes at 1:02. 2 minutes for high sticking.
I don't think that was where the penalty was, though. It was in front of the net. Trottier is out with Bossy on the power play. Tonelli, Potvin, and Pearson on the point man. Left side, Pearson. The highest percentage in the league the Islanders had. Right side of Potvin. A shot. Save is made. Trottier in front for Tonelli. Went by his stick. Trottier will chase it down. Trottier checked by Pat Boutet and Randy Carlyle. Bossy digs it free. Bossy playing on a bad wheel. Baxter is hit by Trottier. Knocked off his skates. Loops. Ferguson of Pittsburgh gets it out of his own end. And the Fergie Flyer shoots it away to Islander territory. Boutet goes in against Trottier. Steals the puck. Boutet has it. Left point to Carlyle. Short-handed. Carlyle, the Penguins, into the far corner. Leaves the puck there. And Trottier with 1 minute 23 to go on the penalty to the Penguins. Singeron. Trottier did his Potvin. And the Islanders captain skates it back. 5-man rush to the Penguins in. Dumps it in. Off the corner boards. Carlyle plays it off the glass. Ferguson of Pittsburgh trying to clear. Bossy works it in the corner. Carlyle's right there. Back to Ferguson. Can he get it out? He does. Right by Dennis Potvin. The Islanders again go back to capture the puck. They'll make a change up front. As Gillies comes on, Brent Sutter is on here. Bossy still out for the Islanders. His pass broken up by Rick McLeish. And the Islanders get it at center circle. Pass to Gillies. Into the Penguins end. Broken up by Pat Price. We have 42 seconds to go on the penalty to Singeron. No score, first period. And here is Dwayne Sutter hit by Boutet. An offside call against the Islanders. Well, very quick power play chance for the New York Islanders here in the first minute of play against the Penguins. We have 17:37 left here in the first period. The Penguins penalty killing this year, they were 12th in the league, 76.9%. And Brent Sutter with brother Dwayne on the left wing, Gillies on the right side, and the puck is cleared by Pittsburgh. Billy Smith will handle it. And Dennis Potvin remaining out here as a point man with 25 seconds to go in the penalty to the Pens. Potvin looks for the opening, shoots it to the net, off Dion's stick, bounces high in the area, and clears it the last second away from Dwayne Sutter. Sutter shot it off of his stick, and Dion helped motion it away, and the puck is cleared by the Penguins. Dion lifetime is 2-10 against the Islanders. He's won his last 2 games. Here is Dennis Potvin again, up to Sutter on the left wing, throws it behind the Penguin net. Dion taps it to Stackhouse, off the board. On the ice comes Saint-Laurent. Penalty is over. The Penguins after it. McLeish is knocked down. Puck goes back into the Islanders' zone. The Potvin's been out here a long time. Pearson passing to Dennis Potvin. Over to Dwayne Sutter off the near boards, Islander territory. Peter Lee's on for the Penguins, and Gilbert walks around him, throws it up into the Penguin zone off Dion's stick. Penguin defenseman Randy Carlyle, Norris Trophy winner a year ago, is the best defenseman in the league. Malone, Graham, and Lee the line for the Penguins. The Islanders handle the puck again from their own end, past the Gorian at center, can't quite handle it, but the Islanders on the move into the Penguins. Another penalty coming up as Bob Bourne was pulled down. Against the Penguins again. 16:22 to go, first period. No score. This is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Pat Graham gets 2 minutes for hooking at 3:38 of the first period, pulling down Bob Bourne. Islanders with their second power play chance of the game.
Ferguson and Pat Boutet for the Pens face off Penguin end. McEwen with a shot from the left point, sails wide of the goal. Bobby Bourne, right side to Pearson of the Islanders. Skates at center point, right side to Bourne. Going to crank it up. His shot hits the post to the left of Michel Liard. Big Ben striking one there. Here's Carlyle trying to work it out. Pearson's in. Made a good play to keep it in. Far corner to Bourne. Tall winger behind the net to Goring. Back to Bourne. Carlyle's putting pressure on him. Bourne trying to kick it free. And he does. Away to the near corner. And Baxter lines him up with a heavy check. Puck played away. And it goes back to center. Ferguson's after for the Penguins. Against McEwen. He's knocked down by McEwen. Penalty will be coming up here against the Islanders. McEwen pulled down George Ferguson of the Penguins. That'll even it up. So they'll skate 4 aside, not including the goaltenders. Yeah, good check there by Baxter on Bourne. Help make that play. You'll see the penalty coming up on the TV side.
George Ferguson working hard, trying to come in shorthanded, and Mike McEwen pulls him down for the first penalty against the Islanders. Penalty comes at 4:13 of the first period.
Well, these two teams, of course, battled in one of the classic playoff series in all of the NHL playoff history. That was back in '75. The Penguins won the first 3 games of that series in a 7-game set, and then the Islanders came back to win the next 4. And the final game in Pittsburgh, the 14:42 mark, the winning goal by Eddie Westfall. But they have some tradition going, and they've always had a pretty good rivalry going over the years, despite the divisional setup that was out of effect until this year, Terry.
Well, the Pens gave it to the Islanders pretty good over the first couple years whenever everybody was jumping on the Islanders. But slowly but surely, the Islanders just kept building with draft choices, and finally to the point where they've won 2 Stanley Cups and are favored to win a 3rd this year.
Well, Ron Fournier is going to wave Goring back to the bench. Not let him come on. Dwayne Sutter and Brian Trottier for the Islanders, with Kenny Morrow and Dennis Potvin. Malone and Peter Lee up front for the Pens. Lee has never scored a Stanley Cup playoff goal. Malone has not fared too well either. He has 3. And Malone took a whack at Brian Trottier, and he's going to get a penalty. He took a whack at Brian Trottier. Trottier figuring he got away with one there. Malone came back and he got caught. So Malone's hand is in the cookie jar.
And 2 more. He just mouthed off, and he got an extra penalty on that. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Greg Malone, 2 minutes slashing. Time of the penalty, 4:25. Malone of the Penguins, 2 for slashing at 4:25.
Well, they didn't announce the other penalty, but I thought I saw Ron Fournier give the T sign.
Yeah, he might have given him a, well, not put up on the board. So that'll be the Islanders on another power play chance, 4-on-3. Brian Trottier and Greg Malone matching it up. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened here.
Right off the face-off to your right. Trottier up with a high stick. Malone puts it down. Come back, they'll collide again. Trottier gives him a little what for with the stick.
And he got away with it.
Slashes him.
Well, if you can get away with it, I guess more power to you. So the Penguins shorthanded again. Back into the Islanders in. We are scoreless here in the first period. This is game 1 of a 5-game playoff set if it should go that far. Dennis Potvin carries it up for the Islanders and shoots it to the Penguins in. Off the boards, Trottier's after it. He overskates. Bossy plays it right point. Potvin couldn't hold it. Potvin has been bothered by some back spasms. He's not quite 100%. Pass up the right side, too far, and Carlisle breaks it up and shoots it back to the Islanders' zone. Graham's penalty has 43 seconds to run. Now the Islanders start the machine going again. Up to Potvin. He misplayed the puck. Potvin now has it, coming to the Penguin blue line. Right side pass, a nice one to Trottier. 4-on-3. Trottier hooked by Carlisle, but Trottier skates away from that check. Trottier, wheel and deal as Bossy open to the slot. Look out, it goes to Potvin. Bossy's hanging around that net. Here's Potvin, right side, Penguin zone. Left side to Pearson's going to shoot it. No, he goes back to Potvin. Wrist shot, stopped in front. Mighty on. The rebound is cleared to the near corner, and Baxter clears it away for Pittsburgh. 8 seconds to go on the Graham penalty. Then he'll come on. They'll be at equal strength. Potvin back to corral the puck. Graham, the door is open. He is on. It's 4-on-4. Bossy to the Penguin blue line. He shoots it to the Penguins' left wing corner. Up the boards, Dion lets it go for Stackhouse. Trottier overpowers him, takes it away. Now to Bossy, went through to Pearson instead. Bossy's open shot score. Mike Bossy scores for the Islanders.
Bossy made a good play, dummying up the play whenever Trottier threw it back. He let it go right between his skates to Pearson. Then Bossy broke for the net. Goes right between his legs. Pearson's got it. When the defenseman moves to him, Bossy's on the right. Dion's committed himself. And Mike Bossy with his 36th playoff career goal. And Brian Trottier will pick up an assist to extend this streak of 26 consecutive games, scoring a point in the playoffs. Bossy from Pearson and Trottier at 5:52.
So the New York Islanders have a 1-0 lead over the Penguins. It's into the Islanders' end. Right side, Stackhouse with a shot. Went way wide of the net. Stackhouse is not pointed 100%, but he is out here. Now Pat Price and Ken Morrow battling. Gillies coming over for the Islanders. And I think things will cool down. The Islanders with a 1-0 lead. That's Bossy's first playoff goal. Last year, of course, he did everything for the Islanders.
Set an NHL record of 17 goals and 18 assists for 35 points. Of course, this year we've finished with the 4th highest total ever in the NHL with 147 points.
Paul Gardner, Rick Keogh on for the Penguins. And for the New York Islanders, Brent Sutter, and it'll be Clark Gillies. Here is Brent Sutter. Shoot it up to the Penguin line. It's off the leg of Price. Stackhouse has the puck, but it's an offside call against the Islanders. And so they will face it off outside of the Pittsburgh blue line with 13:45 left. 10 seconds to go on the Malone penalty now. The Islanders have a brief power play. And the face-off is controlled by the Penguins. Price to Stackhouse in front of the net. Up the center to Boutet, and at center red, he'll blast it in on Billy Smith. He juggles the puck. On the ice comes Malone, so the Penguins have had a number of penalties here in this first period. The Islanders lead 1-0, and here they are again. Brent Sutter to the Penguin line. A long shot on Dion. He stops it, drops it off to Paul Baxter. He is crunched by Dwayne Sutter, goes around to Morrow, right side. Morrow shot through traffic, never got there. Gillies is open. Dion's down, he scores. Dion is down, and Gillies puts it in the net. The Islanders lead 2-0.
Well, Dwayne Sutter did a great job of just pushing Dion and everything right out of the play. Just drove him into the back of the net. You'll see it on the TV side. Ring center dump it in when Baxter goes for it. The Sutters try and do a crisscross movement on him. They end up hitting each other. But then the puck will come out. Dwayne Sutter, he's in. Carlisle's pushing him. And Dion ends up in the back of the net. Gilly slides one in along the inside. Goal comes at 6:44.
Well, The New York Islanders now make it 2-0.
Number 9,
Randy Carlyle back to get it for the Penguins. Around the near side. Ferguson takes it. Baxter was knocked down. Penalty coming up against the Islanders. Goring knocked down by Ferguson. Going to be an interference call. It's against the New York Islanders. 13 minutes left, first period. The Islanders lead in game 1, 2-0. And this is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Rookie gets 2 minutes for interference at the 7-minute mark, and Pittsburgh goes on their power play.
Penalty killers for the Islanders, who on the year were 4th in the league in penalty killing, 80.4, although the Penguins had 4 power play goals against New York on Sunday afternoon. This is the playoff series, however. We'll see what happens. Fans have Boutet, Keogh, and Gardner up front. Carlisle and Hotham work the points. Penguins, I don't believe, have but 1 shot on goal here in the whole period. So far, Langevin plays it off the boards, and away it goes to the Penguins' end. Carlisle has to hustle back. Goring's right on his backside. Pass to Greg Hotham. It's spun around by Billy Carroll. Now to Carlisle. He's turned around by Goring. Boutet with the puck. We'll pass it to Randy Carlisle at center circle. Up to Boutet. Islanders in. To Hotham, right side. Knocked down with Boutet. Drop pass back by Hotham. Went through everything. And it goes back to center. Carlisle's pass to Boutet. Into the Islanders zone. Down the right wing boards. In front for Gardner. Stopped by Langevin. Good play by Langevin. He cleared. New York 2. Penguins nothing here. Penguins on a power play with 1:04 to go. The penalty to Gilbert. Gardner up to center. Whip it into the right wing corner. Islanders zone. Langevin right there. They're just giving the puck away. Penguins appear to be very uneasy at the moment. Pat Price takes the puck from Paul Baxter. Price goes back behind the net. And he will try and bring it out. Now to McClellan, too far. Islanders again steal. Potvin will wrist it up the other way. Price again with 30 seconds left. Price skates it up. Will pass to Baxter. Going to dump it into the left wing corner. Morrow goes back. McLeish in too. Morrow plays it. Left point, it goes to Price. Penguins crank it up, and a shot deflected. Didn't get all the wood. McClellan has a left wing corner. Hit by Morrow. Morrow behind the net. Pinning McClellan against the boards. Knocks him down. No penalty call. Knocked his helmet. Morrow's comes off. Goes behind the net to McLeish. Here's Bullard. Out to the left point to Price. Back into the corner for Rick McLeish. 3 seconds on the penalty to Gilbert. Out for Bullard. Broken up by Goring. It goes over the glass through the crowd. And the penalty is over to the New York Islanders. Greg Gilbert. We have 10:59 left here in this first period. The New York Islanders on goals by Mike Bossy and Clark Gillies lead the game 2-0. And the Penguins trying to get themselves together here after kind of a shaky start here in this first period.
Clark Gillies and Dennis Potvin have played in every game for the Islanders in the playoffs. All 99 of them for Gillies. That was his 26th career playoff goal. One stretch, 1 year, he scored 4 consecutive game-winning goals. End of the first period, Boston leading Buffalo 1-0 on a goal by Peter McNabb. Boston going with a rookie in goal, Moffat.
Trottier on against Malone. Left side to Price. A shot up high, and Smith made that stop. I don't think it was on the net. Knocked it away to the near side to Trottier. And right wing passed in lane. And Graham stepped into him, but the puck through to center. Trottier will wrist it in. He comes off. He was just handling the face-off. Dion plays it around the near corner. Peter Lee of the Penguins. Got it back to the neutral zone. Lee checking with the puck, but it is Brent Sutter dropping to brother Dwayne. Dwayne Sutter up the left wing to Gillen. Stackhouse is after him. Take him into the corner with a good heavy check, and down he goes. Graham of the Penguins with Dwayne Sutter on him. Squirts free. Dwayne Sutter has it behind the net. He goes center. Brandon comes down right side and Lane a shot. Never got to the net. Graham turns and will whistle the puck out off the board. Going to be an icing call. McEwen will touch it. And an icing call against the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're still trying to solve the mystery of the Islanders here in this first period. Well, the Islanders won the season series 6-2. He was one of the original, the Islanders that played against the Penguins in '75. There were 5 players that played on that club. You know who they are?
Yes, I do. But Montreal's leading Quebec 1-0 on a goal in the first minute by Mario Tremblay.
Give you fans a chance to think about that. 2 of the Penguins played in that 75 series.
3 of them. 3? That's
three. Right side, Pearson. Pearson shot deflected, and it comes over to Rod Schutt. Schutt will pass it over to Baxter. Baxter cuts through traffic. Nice skating coming to center. The league's leading penalty minute getter. Schutt over to the right side from McCollum. Broken up now by Gilbert. Boy, he's seen a lot of ice time here in this first period. 20-year-old youngster shoots it in the Penguins' left wing corner. Langevin went in for it. He fell down. And here comes McCollum. They have a defenseman trap. The Islanders do. Here's McCollum back with Baxter. Right side. An offside call. Boy, the Pens desperately needed to make that play work, but we'll take a break. 9:37 to go. First period, the Islanders 2. Penguins nothing. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. You're down here 2-0, and Rick McLeish from the face-off throws it back into his own zone. Michel Leon, Penguin netminder, leads it for Pat Price. He and Stackhouse pair defensively. Pass comes through to center to Mike Bullard, who led the Penguins in scoring against the Islanders in the regular season with 6 goals. Then finished the playoff against Potvin. Potvin, dangerous play there, but he did spin it out of his own zone back with the Penguins in. Trottier knocking down Stackhouse. He has the puck. Trottier to Tonelli, a shot, and that deflects off a leg. Bullard to the Penguins. Relays it to George Ferguson. Bossy's on him. Ferguson wheels it wide of the net. Billy Smith comes out. He'll tap it over to the far corner. Smith hasn't had a chance to wield the lumber too much here in this first period. The Penguins really haven't been close enough to him to have that happen. And the puck is played away by New York to the Penguins' end again. Carlisle around that far side to Rick McLeish. Went too far for him. Kenny Morrow drops it to Dennis Potvin. Rink wide to John Tonelli. Cuts behind the Penguin goal. Tried to center it. Hit the back of the net. Carlisle takes a check from Dwayne Sutter. Here comes Bullard. He is hit by Wayne Merrick, who is on, but he did play it to center to Rick McLeish. McLeish, who has 53 Stanley Cup playoff goals in his career, and drills it up the left side to the Islanders end. Pearson around the near wing. Baxter with the puck. He is hit by John Tonelli. Baxter along the near board. Shoots it over. He is hit by Merrick and knocked down. Play will go on. Boutet. Far side. Carlisle now to Keogh. Keogh. Drop pass for Boutet. Checked by John Tonelli. Down he goes. Play goes on. Through to center Merrick. Baxter to beat. Penguins in. Comes in on goal. Dion stops him. Knocked over. Merrick in front. Loose puck. And the Penguins come up with it. Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter. And now Sutter drops the glove. Well, the Penguins have got to start getting people out of that net area because they are rushing it. And Carlisle and Sutter will go off.
Wayne Merrick, who scored the Cup winner last year for the Islanders, comes in. Baxter ties him up. Still gets the shot up. The puck is loose. Merrick still standing. Everybody else down flat. Gets one shot off. And then Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter. Sutter, who pushed Carlisle into Dion and helped set up Gillies on the goal. And they're both going off. Randy Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter. 2 minutes each for roughing at 12:07.
Carlisle of the Penguins, Dwayne Sutter of the Islanders, 2 each for roughing.
So both clubs will be shorthanded by a man. And the Islanders will put Wayne Merrick and Billy Carroll on the ice. Penguins will go with Greg Malone and Pat Boutet. Pat Price and Ron Stackhouse, the 2 defensemen. And the face-off to the left of Michel Dion. Islanders lead 2-0. Merrick won the draw. Right side. Pierce on a blast, and the save is made by Dion. Boutet of the Penguins. Couldn't handle it. Merrick has it for the Islanders to Billy Carroll. Stopped by Stackhouse. He gets away from the check. Goes behind the net. Stackhouse takes him out of the play. Merrick over to get it. To the left point to Langevin. Langevin, a shot. Oh, that hit somebody in front. Now picked up by Merrick. A shot save. Rebound. Carroll just shot it wide. Around that net. Carroll's in there around Dion again. And they're just jamming that net area, the Islanders are. Merrick trying to throw it back. And Boutet comes up with it. Price knocked down Langevin in front of the cage. Pat Boutet scrambles back with the Penguins. And Boutet to the Islander blue line. Down the left wing. 2-0 New York leading. Drop pass. Left point. Chorney kept it in. Right side. To Baxter. A shot. Missed the goal. Malone was knocked down in front of the cage by Langevin. The Islanders, Wayne Merrick, flips it off the stick of Mark Chorney. And the rookie defenseman watches Merrick shoot it away. 6:55 left in the first period. A minute to go in the penalties to Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter. Baxter on the move. Islanders in. Coming down deep. McEwen. And Baxter takes the shot. Smith to save the rebound. And Smith stops that in front. Bullard there with a quick shot. And cleared away by the Islanders. They'll get an icing call here as Ferguson hurries back. It is icing called against the New York Islanders. Yeah, that's the first chance I think the Penguins have had in close on Billy Smith. One was the shot by Baxter, who made a good play rushing in. Here it is back in the Islander, or the Penguins in.
Dave Longeman taking the shot. It hit something up high, dropped down. But
I think it hit Billy Carroll's stick up high, which should have been a stoppage in play. I don't think Fournier saw it.
Play went to the other end. Pittsburgh with their first good chance on goal. Paul Baxter with a shot.
Bullard and Ferguson. And Bullard won the draw. Center point. It comes to Price. Right side to Stackhouse. Has room. Doesn't move in. Now he does. And lets the shot go. And it's stopped. Played away by the Islanders back to center. Price whacks it into the Islanders end. And it's an offside call. The minor officials working tonight's game are from Hartford. And that's your usual course in Stanley Cup playoff competition. The minor officials are from other cities. I'm sure some of the Penguin minor officials will be moving on. And you got those players that played for the Islanders in '75?
How about Gillies, Potvin, Bourne, Nystrom, and Billy Smith?
You're on the money.
You
had me fooled, though. You have one out of the hat.
I've got one.
Penguins, two of them were Ron Stackhouse. Here's Gillies back into the Penguins end. Gillies drop pass. Brent Sutter. Bullard trying to take it away, and Bullard does send it over to Ferguson. 11 seconds to go on the penalty to Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter. Up into the Islanders' left wing corner. Bullard goes in against Morrow. Hits him hard against the glass, and the Islanders come up with the disc. McClellan coming after Brent Sutter. Oh, what a heavy check by McClellan on Brent Sutter. Put him against the board. And he'll put his arms around him. Sutter's going to get a penalty now. McClellan and Brent Sutter, they're going to go to it. Now, Sutter, I think, is going to get the original penalty. They're trying to pry themselves apart and start going. Kevin McClellan, big, tall winger for the Pens. He is swimming away with that left hand on Sutter. Kevin McClellan, who is just as strong as an ox. Oh, and he lays a left hand on Sutter, and the two more, three more. They jump in. Well, Sutter started that, and McClellan finished. Kevin McClellan of the Penguins and Brent Sutter. Let's take a break. 2-0 Islanders. This is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Giving Brent Sutter a good hard check into the boards, and Sutter is just stunned. He didn't know what to do, so he wrapped his arms around McClellan, did it right in front of referee Ron Fournier, and the penalty was coming up on Brent Sutter. Then Sutter decided he better take McClellan off with him. That's when they got to drop the gloves.
2 minutes holding, 5 minutes
Brent Sutter gets 2 minutes for holding, 5 minutes for fighting, and Kevin McClellan 5 minutes for fighting.
McClellan of the Penguins, 5 for fighting. Brent Sutter of the Islanders, 2 holding, 5 fighting.
McClellan took the good hard check, clean check, right in, nothing extra on it. And when he went to pull away, Sutter reached back later and held on to him.
Well, we might be seeing our first crucial point of a playoff series right here. The Penguins have not fared well in this first period. They've got a power play chance now. They're down 2-0. And a chance to get back in the game. We're on a Foodland power play. Kim Piper for a Citizens Watch. Dwayne Sutter, Brent's brother, will serve the minor penalty. From Rogers Jewelers in downtown Pittsburgh on the line. Carlisle couldn't stop it with a glove. It goes back into the Penguins, and the Penguins finished the regular season with 99 power play goals, a new NHL record for the most in 1 year. And now they'll bring it out. Carlisle's pass to Gardner. He had 21 of those to lead the NHL. Gardner into the Islanders, into Boutet, a shot, score! Penguins are on the board. 2-1. Great balls of fire. Pat Boutet gets a big goal there for Pittsburgh. And the Pens are back in the game. Well, that is a gigantic goal. 14:42 the time. And Boutet wristing one off Billy Smith.
Gardner carries it in, makes the move, gets across the line, gets past Morrow, swings it over to Boutet. One motion lets the shot go. And Boutet with his first goal of the playoffs, 8th career-wise.
Assist to number 20, Paul Gardner.
Randy Carlisle starts it off, gives it to Gardner.
Under the goal, 14.
Gardner carries it over the red, over the blue, past Morrow. When Goring tries to cut him off, swings it to Boutet. And Boutet with a good low shot beats Billy Smith for a power play goal.
Penguins have been beating Billy Smith on long shots. They did on Sunday. And one of their game plans is to fire long on him. All right, the puck played into the Penguins' end. From behind the net, Dion gives it to Ron Stackhouse. Comes around the left side of Longeman. However, Tonelli in there. Picked up by Trottier. A quick shot up high. Save made. Rebound. Look out here. Another penalty coming up against Pittsburgh. Malone's going to get the gate. Well, that's 2 for Malone here in the period. And we'll take a break. 5 minutes left. First period, 2-1 Islanders, and this is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Pittsburgh penalty number 12, Greg Malone.
Period. Pittsburgh will be shorthanded. Greg Malone gets 2 minutes for holding. Penalty comes at the 15-minute mark.
Trottier, Bossy, and Tonelli up front. Comes the Potvin, slap shot. Deflected off a stick, went over the crossbar. Stackhouse trying to clear. And he's overpowered by John Tonelli. Tonelli back to the left point to Pearson. Pearson, center point, moves in. He's got all the room in the world. A shot to save by Dion. And so we'll get a face-off in the Penguins' end. The Islanders lead this game 2-1. Well, Pearson had a day and a half to shoot that puck.
Takes a look. Nobody comes to pick him up, so he starts to walk in. Good low shot. Boutet tried to get the stick on it, but Dion saw it all the way with Stackhouse trying to clear Tonelli away from the front.
Trottier to the near corner. Tonelli, or Bossy, around the net. Dion knocks on the side, but comes back in behind the cage. Bouncing to the right wing corner. Trottier to Bossy. Very clever. Bossy, superb passer. Goes to Potvin. Bossy left side now to Pearson. Back to Potvin. Will he shoot it? Looks it over. Going to let it go. Shot deflected off Trottier. Trottier has it. A quick shot on, and Dion got a piece of that. Oh, Trottier from an impossible angle let that shot go. Goes back to the Islander blue line. Potvin left wing to John Tonelli. Tonelli comes in deep, swings wide, drops it back, away by Bossy. And it comes to the Islander zone. Smith rambles 40 feet out of the net to take the puck. Puts it in behind his own cage. And Pearson with just a minute to go now in the penalty to Greg Malone. 3:59 left first period. Potvin rambling up to the Penguins end, drops it in, went after his own pass. Carlisle cut him off. It's Lucy behind the net. Oh, a heavy check by Carlisle and Dennis Potvin behind the goal. And it'll be whistled down. There'll be a face-off coming up in the Pittsburgh zone. Well, the Penguins 49 seconds away from showing the penalty to Malone. How many times have the Pens been shorthanded here in this period?
This is their 4th time. Carlisle had a big year last year in the playoffs, led the team in scoring with 9 points. The answer to your question, Ron Stackhouse and Rick Kehoe played in the 1975 series. I said there was another Penguin who played. How about Andre Saint-Laurent, who played for the Islanders at the time? Little trick question there for you trivia fans.
The Islanders lead at 2-1 here in the first period. The best-of-5 series. First team to win 3 games will win it. Now Potvin right side shots. Oh, he hit the side of the net. Not for a moment it might have gone in. Pearson left wing corner to Goring. Back to Dwayne Sutter. Left wing Boers to Goring. As Gillies in front of that net. Goes instead to Pearson. Right side. Islanders passing the puck with precision. Potvin shot. Stopped again by Dion. Around to the left wing corner. Pearson throw it up the side of the net. Dwayne Sutter behind the cage. Dwayne Sutter in the near corner. Pass it out to Dennis Potvin. Potvin off to Pearson. In front of that net is Dwayne Sutter. Pearson to Goring. Can't shoot it. Goes back to Potvin. 15 seconds to go. To Goring, left wing board. Moves in. Goes right side. Potvin there. Shot. Dion held his ground and made the save. Dion's made some tough saves here. Gillies with it. Gillies in front. Goring there. Shot. Dion robbed him again. Dion coming alive. Gillies right side. Malone is on. Shot by Gillies. Guess what? Dion has it one more time. Now brilliant goaltending by Dion of Pittsburgh. And that's what it will take for the Penguins to have any chance, I think, against the Islanders here in this series. They're just outstanding. And they can't take too many bad penalties here, the Pens. The Islanders just have too much on the power play.
Goring with the shot, Dion making the save. Dion doing a great job of standing up in there. I think the scouting report was you can beat him up high. So if I remember back to the game whenever the Islanders got 5 goals there that first period earlier in the year, that everything went up high. They were putting everything up under the crossbar. And Potvin, who had a good chance, who was in the middle, in the slot, put it up high, but he put it right off Dion.
2 minutes and 56 seconds left. The Islanders in 98 playoff games coming into action tonight are 63-35. The season series between these two clubs over the years is dead even now. 17 wins apiece and 12 ties. Merrick with Greg Gilbert and Bob Bourne for the Islanders. Singarant with Peter Lee and Rod Schutt. Kevin McCollum, of course, in the penalty box on a major penalty. Brent Sutter is back in the box serving his penalty. Face off to the left of Michel Dion. And the face-off. Penguins come up with it. Lee can't clear it out, but it comes to Stackhouse, and he'll wheel it up to center. Islanders trying to get onside. They do, as Langevin will blast it in. Around that far side, McEwen couldn't hold it. And it deflects back to the Islander blue line. Bobby Bourne to Langevin. Langevin's pass through to center. Merrick has it for the New York Islanders. Back to McEwen. Near side to Langevin. And again to Greg Gilbert, the rookie. Pushed it up ahead to center to Merrick. Off his stick. Stackhouse went after him. Merrick centers. Price moves it away from the net. Peter Lee of the Penguins. He'll carry the mail. Shoot it to the left wing corner. Islanders in. Shot off the boards. A quick attempt at a shot. He pinned on it. But he'll get a chance again. He has it back. Shot. Throw it in front. Langevin stopped it there. Langevin's pass right between the legs is deflected by Singaron. Back to the Pittsburgh zone, and Carlisle finds Lee at center circle. Goes into the Islanders in. Langevin trying to knock him down. He does, but it comes to Carlisle. Left side. Baxter's going for the puck. He'll play it to the left wing corner. McEwen on defense for the New York Islanders. Checked by Peter Lee. Lee takes it away. Moves in. The shot. And he banned on the shot. He had a stick tied up at the last second. Shot by Baxter down low, and he missed the goal by inches. Left side, Carlisle. Put it back towards the net. McEwen clears it away to center to Trottier. Back with Caller. Good pass. He's in alone on Dion. His shot. Dion says no. And he holds on. Oh, Dion is robbing people. Carlisle and Trottier have some words. Right in front of the net.
And again, the Islanders trying to go up high on Michel Dion. They've got the wrong scouting report tonight. Trottier with a beautiful pass ahead to Caller. He goes in, doesn't put much of a move on, just tries to go upstairs, tries to beat him on the glove side. And there's Dion right on the spot.
Well, Dion came on strong, especially the last two games. Against the Rangers in the final period in a victory last Friday night, and against the Islanders on Sunday. And the Penguins trail 2-1 here late in the first period. Trottier, right point to Morrow. Morrow puts it in behind the Penguin goal. Trottier is there. Bullard trying to shut him down. Trottier works himself free. And he couldn't pass to the left point to Lane. It went by. Comes all the way to the New York end. Lane's pass picked off by Bullard. He moves in. It's an offside play. Well, if the Penguins can weather the storm here through the first period with the goaltending they got from Dion and come out with a little bit of a new look here in the second period, they might have a shot still at this game.
During the regular season, Mike Bullard led all Pittsburgh scorers with 6 goals or 6 points on just 17 shots in the 8-game series.
Bullard with McLeish and Kehoe. New line out for the Penguins against Trottier, Tonelli, and Anders Keller. And Tonelli of the New York Islanders finished with his best pro year ever. Avoids a hip check by Price. And the Penguins in. Put it in front. Stop. Rebound Trottier. He scores. Brian Trottier.
Well, the play starts. John Tonelli carries it in. Pat Price misses him with the hip check. Tonelli goes on in. Centering pass in front. Caller gets the shot. Down. Trotier's got the rebound. Goes up high with the backhand over the fallen Michel Dion. And Brian Trottier scores his first goal of the playoffs. Comes at 18:56. The Islanders lead 3-1. Another look at it. Tonelli in front. It's there. Dion can't get to it. Trottier goes to the backhand and up top.
Here are the Islanders again. Penguins in. Boutet back to gather it in. He'll pass it to George Ferguson. Ferguson up the center ice. Off the stick of Butch Goring. And Goring with 45 seconds to go. Needless to say, a gigantic goal for the Islanders there. They now have a 2-goal lead again. Here is Carlisle. Flipping the puck to the left side of the Islanders zone. And Dwayne Sutter scrambling back behind his own net. Checked by Ferguson. Ferguson trying to center. It went by. Malone coming to Goring. Goring's pass to Gordy Lane, who's up ice. Lane to the Penguin line, and back to Goring. Baxter to beat. Baxter turns him around, and Dion comes out to sneak the puck away from that slot area. Greg Malone of the Penguins. 15 seconds left. He is checked. Ferguson dropping the puck back to Carlisle. Fakes a shot. Drop it back to Malone. Quick shot. Deflected. Hit a skate. And it goes away. Sent away by the Islanders with 2 seconds to go. The period will end. And the Islanders, in game 1 of this playoff series, come away with a 3-1 lead. Bossy, Gillies, and Trottier for the Islanders. And for the Penguins, Pat Boutet. The end of 1, the score. The New York Islanders 3, the Pittsburgh Penguins 1. And this is the Penguins Hockey Network. Well, neither club has got back to the, has moved back to the ice surface as of yet. Some extended chalkboard work, maybe by both coaches. This is Michel Dion's first appearance in Stanley Cup playoff history or action.
Billy Smith, on the other hand, has played in 67 games, this being his 68th. He has a lifetime record of 45 wins and 18 losses. Of course, there are no ties in Stanley Cup playoff action. 2 shutouts to his credit, and the last 2 years he has won 14 of the 15 games that the Islanders have needed to win the Stanley Cup. This year during the regular season, the 3 players that scored for the Islanders in that first period were the 3 leading scorers in the seasonal series. Brian Trottier led all scorers with 7 goals, 6 assists for 13 points. Also led all players with 26 shots on goals in the 8 games. Clark Gillies with 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points, and Mike Bossy was 3-8-11. Trottier and Gillies each had 3 of their 7 goals on the power play, and Trottier scored 3 game winners of the 6 wins the Islanders posted against Pittsburgh.
Trottier and Bossy both had 10 game-winning goals apiece, second only to, you guessed it, Wayne Gretzky, who had a dozen on the year. Gretzky finished with 92 goals. What a year Bossy had, though. 64 goals, 83 assists, 147. He virtually holds every record now for a right winger in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, Bossy had such a great year, and it just got lost in the shuffle because it was Wayne Gretzky this and Wayne Gretzky that right from the word go. And the only one thing that you can say about Gretzky is he didn't get that many goals on the power play. I think he finished with 19 of his 92 on the power play. If he'd been out there every shift, he could have probably had his 100 this year.
Well, he had 18 on the power play, 6 shorthanded of the 92 that he had. Well, the Penguins will move right to left here. And they'll bring out Singarant with McClellan and Shutt with Stackhouse and Price on the back line. Kenny Morrow, Dennis Potvin hold the blue line for Coach Al Arbor. And for the Islanders on the front line, they'll make a change now. They're going to bring out Butch Gorey with Craig Gilbert. 2 young rookies, McClellan and Gilbert, going against each other. They certainly played against each other this year with Toronto and Niagara Falls. And Shutt and Bourne. And Gorey won the draw. Pulled it to the Islanders in. Potvin passing to Ken Morrow. Coming to the Islanders. And has picked up 2 straight Stanley Cup championship rings. Back into the Penguins end. Singarant behind the net. Blind pass, but it comes to Stackhouse. Sends it around the near wing to Rod Shutt. Hit heavily by Gilbert on a good check. Shutt takes the puck, though, and throws it around the horn. And Stackhouse of the Penguins will feed it up to Kevin McClellan. McClellan at 6'2", skates his way to center. Now to the Islanders end. Takes off down the left side. A roll up. A stick comes to Shutt. A quick shot, and that's off the blocking glove of goaltender Billy Smith. Singarant behind the net. Checked by Goring. Throws it in front. Potvin. McClellan gets it. Backhander. Good save. Rebounds loose in front. The Islanders come up with it. Big save by Billy Smith there on Kevin McClellan. Who wheel around in a backhander. Potvin. Offside play. Called against the Islanders. Now good scoring chance there for the Penguins early in the period. McClellan really working hard. He has great strength in front of that net there. He's awfully tough to get off his skates. Good balance, and he was able to tee it up. Let's take a look at the TV shot.
McClellan in front, digging for it. Goes with the backhander. Good shot, good power shot on it. And Billy Smith makes the save, and there's no one there to put in the rebound.
Mike Bullard with George Ferguson and Rick McLeish. Carlisle's pass to center. Stolen by Dave Langevin. And Langevin shoots it into the Penguins' end. Cleared by the Finns around to the near wing. Here's McLeish up to center. 3-on-2 break. Penguins. Bullard now to the Islanders' end. Coming down. And Pearson, a beautiful defensive play to take it away. Pearson's pass to John Tonelli. Down the right wing. Penguins in. Drop pass. Trottier. Slap shot. Missed the goal. Left point. Langevin a blast off Ferguson's stick. Tonelli in front. Keller was there, but he fanned on it. Now Pearson a shot. Off a stick again. Loose in front of the net. Carlisle the Penguins. Finds Mike Bullard. And he'll go out to McLeish. Penguins open it up a little bit. They have a 2-on-2 here. McLeish and Ferguson. McLeish with a wrist shot, and that's down low, and Smith makes a save. Langevin's pass to the far wing. John Tonelli of the Islanders gets it back to center. And McLeish of Pittsburgh is able to gather it in, wrap it right back to the Islanders' zone. Off the board, Billy Smith puts it behind the net. Langevin's long lead pass going to be an icing call here against the Islanders. If the Pens get there, they can't. Trottier gets there first. Break for the Islanders. Trottier hit hard by Hotham, who's on here. Around the right side. Dwayne Sutter back to Pearson, center point. Pearson to Brian Trottier in the slot area for Tonelli. Bumped by the Penguins, Greg Malone. Peter Lee rushing out. Lee now to the Islander line down that right side. Slap shot down low, and Smith makes a save. Played away to the right point. Baxter just on. He has the puck. Shoot it wide of the net, but he kept it in. Malone to the Penguins. Throws it behind the cage. Peter Lee going after it. Longevin's going to push him into the boards, and Frontier clears. He takes a check from Graham, and the puck is back into Penguin territory. 17 and a half to go, second period. 3-1 New York leads. Game one of this playoff series. Carlisle passing to Baxter. Skates tall to the Islander line. Fakes a shot. Goes in against McEwen. Comes in deep. Goes behind the net. Nice skating by Baxter. Out to Carlisle. He's there. Walks in. Can he beat Smith? He got in too deep. Tried to throw it out in front. Couldn't do it. He tied it up behind the net. Carlisle's upset with himself. I think he thought he should have taken the shot. 17-11 to go. Period number 2. The Islanders 3. Pittsburgh 1. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. We are back to live action from behind the Islander goal. Gardner trying to force a mistake. Price wheels it back to the near side, and Bobby Bourne of the Islanders relays it up to center. Stackhouse of the Finns blocks it, and it goes into the Islanders' end. Delayed offside coming up here. The Islanders can't wave it. It should have been called there, but it comes back to center, and it goes to Brent Sutter down the right side. Into the Penguins' end. Right wing corner. Centers it by Stackhouse, and almost put it in. Was Mark Gillies right in front. Back come the Penguins. Pat Price dumps it from center. It's going to be an icing call, I believe, and yes, it is against the Penguins. Now we've had no scoring here in the second period.
Out of town, Montreal now leading Quebec 2-0. Mark Napier scoring for Montreal. The Rangers and Flyers are tied at 1-1 in the first. John Stone and Darryl Sittler scoring there. Mark Gillies with a good chance.
Wayne Merrick will come on. The rookie Brent Sutter will sit out. 2 more Sutters coming up this year. Ron and Rick, and they're twins. Out of Lethbridge. That'll make 6 in the National Hockey League. The Islanders with Merrick, Gillies, and Dwayne Sutter. Penguins overall in playoff competition, 19 wins and 27 losses in their career history. Gardner in his own end with Dion watching the play. And here we go. Price plays it around to Ron Stackhouse. Had it off the stick of Merrick. Price going to Stackhouse, far corner. Takes a heavy check, and out it goes up into the crowd area. Game 2 will be tomorrow night right here at the Nassau Coliseum. Penguins go to a change. They're going to bring Singer on here with McClellan and Rod Schutt. Wholesale change. Baxter and Carlisle come on. Ron Stackhouse, veteran Penguin defenseman. His 13th year in the National Hockey League, and winding it down as far as his career is concerned. Billy Carroll now with John Tonelli, and Brent Sutter moves to the right wing. Singer on and Carroll. Play back to Dennis Potvin. Potvin trying to sneak around McClellan. Does. Wristed up in behind the Penguin goal. Into the near corner. Here is Schutt. And Tonelli battling for possession. Singer-on comes up with it. Takes a check from Carroll. Now picked up by Tonelli. And a shot is stopped by Michel Leon. Baxter plays it up in the air. Back to center ice. Dennis Potvin corrals the puck. Rolls it to Ken Morrow. Pass too far for Tonelli. Baxter's in to get it. He'll pass to Kevin McClellan. Takes a check from Potvin. And the puck into the Islanders' end of the rink. Kenny Morrow, New York defenseman. Right side to Brent Sutter. And the Finns force it again to the Islanders' zone. Dennis Potvin's pass up the alley to Billy Carroll. Looks for the right wing. Schutt checking well on Brent Sutter. Made the play. Sutter gives him a whack with a stick. And it'll be Morrow now. Shooting the puck softly behind the Penguin goal from long range. Carlisle left wing to Rod Schutt. Good pass. Here comes Singer-on back with McClellan 2-on-2. Singer-on left side. In against Potvin. Cuts across the ice. Has the puck. Put it in front. It hit a stick. And the Islanders will come up with a disc and skate back. Sutter's pass off the skates of Rod Schutt, but he handles it again. Drives it deep to the Penguins in. Baxter. Rod Baxter takes a heavy check from Gilbert, who puts a good body into him. Carlisle watches the play go back around the net, and Baxter of the Finns. Right back to Carlisle. Bourne moves in on him. Goring gets the puck. Goring trying to swing out. Can't do it. Bourne will handle it again. Carlisle's on it. And Carlisle takes the puck away from Bourne, but Pearson rambling in, keeps it alive. Back to Carlisle it goes. Left wing. Goring is there. The Islanders seem to be flooding the zone. Goring in the corner. Walks out. Goes behind the net to Bourne. Look out here. Bourne behind the cage. It hit the back of the net. Goring has it. Goring throw it across, and it went to the left point. Up with it, Langevin. Langevin back behind the net. Carlisle trying to clear. Rod Shutt takes a whack at it. He just wants to get it out, and he does. He'll give that shift to the Islanders. The Penguins are not scored upon. 14:20 left, period number 2. Randy Carlisle behind his own net. Passes up the center of the ice to Mike Bullard. Bullard trying to get the motor going. Throws it right wing corner. Tonelli and Ferguson go at it. Tonelli takes a whack at him. Nothing called. Knocked him down. Loose puck in front. Cleared by the Islanders. There'll be an icing call. Ferguson worked over pretty good in front of that net. Penguins back to touch it. And an icing call. We'll break 3-1. The Islanders lead the Penguins in game 1 of this playoff series. And this is the Penguins Hockey Network. We've played 6 minutes here of period number 2. And neither club able to score. We have not had a penalty. But, hard hockey played here by both these two teams. McLeish right side to Stackhouse. A shot low to the ice, and Smith will make the easy save. Gordy Lane around the far side to McEwen. Skates it back behind his own goal. Behind goaltender Billy Smith. McEwen's pass came off of somebody. McLeish has it. His turning shot, and Smith recovers the take.
The Islanders making one of their few mistakes tonight, coughing up the puck in their own end. And Rick McLeish, till he got to it, just couldn't get enough on the shot. And Billy Smith, the last line of defense, makes the save. McEwen trying to go away with it. McLeish knocks it down till he recovers and turns. Doesn't get everything on it. Weak shot. Billy Smith out to grab it.
It hit a defenseman's stick, I think, on the McEwen stick on the way in. Bullard against Trottier. And the Pens win the draw. Ferguson trying to crank it up. Goes left side to Price instead. Slap shot. Blocked by Morrow. Price gets it back again. Into the near boards for Ferguson. Morrow took it away from him. Out to Mike Bossy. Bossy back to Morrow. In behind the New York goal. Morrow trying to come out. Plays it off the boards, and away it goes. Another icing call coming up here. Penguins have played much better. If Price can get there first. He did not. Trottier with good hustle that time to get back. Boy, that looked like a sure icing call. Here's Tonelli. Tonelli with it. Left side, Potvin there. His shot just missed the net. I don't think Dion saw it. Near corner. Bullard against Trottier. Bullard's knocked down. Tonelli working. Price trying to clear it out. It went off McLeish, and it goes back to Islander territory. Now, if that had been resulted in a goal for the Islanders, you could have credited that one, whether he scored it or not, to Trottier. Now Carlisle back into his own zone for the Penguins. Pass it up the left side. And stopped right there by Morrow. He gave it right back to the Penguins. Carlisle lifted up in the air. Right wing corner, bouncing puck. Potvin tried to wrist it out. He couldn't do it. Trottier will take a crack at it. Hit his own man, Gillies. Back to Trottier. He ices the puck. And it comes off the boards. Carlisle to touch it. And they'll bring it back the other way with 12 and a half to go here in this second period.
Well, a play like Brian Trottier just made, just hustling down ice and beating the Penguin defenseman to a sure icing call, just shows what kind of leadership abilities he gives to this hockey club. A lot of times you'll hear people argue on who would you rather take? Well, Wayne Gretzky, who will score you all the goals and all the points, or a Brian Trottier? Big cheer. Philadelphia goes in front of the Rangers 2-1. Goal by Brian Trotz. 15:24 the first period.
It is 3-1 here. The Islanders over the Penguins. All the scoring came in the first period. Malone and Merrick. Gillies and Bourne on the wings for Merrick. And for the Pens, Malone, Peterlee, and Pat Graham. Loose in the circle. Merrick is after it. And Graham comes up with it for the Penguins. Try to pass it to Lee. Stolen by Bobby Bourne. Bourne comes up. Carlisle the beat. Slap shot. Stick save made by Michel Dion. Merrick has the puck. Throw it in behind the net. And Baxter of the Penguins around the right wing. Off the boards. Peter Lee stumbles, but he has it. Will pass it to Graham. Graham to the Islander blue line. Pierce on the beat. Langevin. Oh, it punched him with a heavy check. He got his head down. And a good hard check by Langevin, who played it well. Back to center. Here's Merrick. Looking for it. Center's going to be called back in a two-line pass. Well, Graham did have his head down, and Langevin took advantage of it. And then a good clean check by Dave Langevin.
That's called welcome to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Rookie Pat Graham coming across the middle, looking to see where the puck is. And when he looks down, Langevin unloads on him.
Penguins put Gardner out with Boutet and Keogh. Hotham and Price now the two defensemen. And Langevin with control of the puck. Gardner moving in on him. Langevin sends it back to center. Nobody home. Price puts it back to the Islander line. Gardner is taken down by Pearson. Play will go on. Now along the near boards, Langevin fell on top of the puck. We'll get a face-off in the New York end of the ring. Here's Dave Langevin.
32HZE. Please report to
Langevin out of the University of Minnesota at Duluth in his 3rd year with the Islanders, 27 years old.
Looks like a little blackness under his eye. I wonder if he picked that up in Pittsburgh on Sunday.
Well, the Islanders will go to a wholesale change here. 11 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second period. Harbor giving this young rookie, Greg Gilman, a lot of ice time tonight. On the left side against Keogh, the defensive player. As we told you earlier, voted the outstanding defensive forward in the OHA, the Ontario Hockey Association, this past year. Shot long by the Islanders into the Penguins' end. Dion plays it right wing to Kehoe. Trying to get it up ahead. Couldn't do it. Kehoe in the far corner. Goring's putting pressure on. Gilbert has the puck for the Islanders. Walks in. Backhand shot. Dion juggles it, but he holds on. And Michel Dion again using that glove hand to stop the Islanders. Penguins have to go to another change.
Gilbert has to be a rare commodity, a defensive player coming out of junior hockey. Everybody there goes for the goals, so they can be a high draft choice.
Well, he had 41 this year.
Gilbert comes in with the shot, and Dion makes the save. 11:25 remaining second period. Islanders 3, the Penguins 1. 40 goals in juniors, nothing. They started 80 there.
From the face-off, the Islanders with the puck, centered out. Brent Sutter with it, left side to McHugh, and a shot, and that missed the net. Rebound in front. Gillies trying to ram it home. He missed. Gillies and Baxter battling. Right side, it comes to Lane. Lane to the Islanders. His shot, look out, it's deflected in. Mark Gillies.
Well, Gordy Lane waited till Gillies made his move to get in front. Got good position. Lane with the shot. Gillies being tied up by Baxter, got just enough on it to tip it past Michel Dion. Clark Gillies with his second goal of the game, and it comes at 8:52 of the second period. The Islanders now lead 4-1.
Islanders goal, his second of the game, was number 9, Clark Gillies. He assists to number 2, Michael McEwen, and number 24, Gord Lane.
McEwen and Lane assisting.
52.
So the Penguins now in a pretty tough position. Here comes Ferguson down the left wing. Islanders in. Lost the puck to Bourne. Carlisle breaks it up, puts it back into the Islanders zone, and we have an offside play. We'll take a break. 10:50 left, second period. The Islanders up 4-1. This is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Outshot Buffalo 18-3 in the second period, but they only got one goal from Brad Park. They lead Buffalo 2-0 at the end of 2 periods of play.
This one is 4-1. The Islanders leading, and from center ice, Butch Goring trying to whack it up to the Penguin zone. Could not do it. Mike Bullard, who has been quiet so far in this game. Here's Bullard coming to the Islanders end down the right side. Drop pass to Ferguson. Shoot it back in front of the net. The Islanders have people tied up, and here's Bourne passing up to Goring. Around the fence. Coming down, and he had it put it in the slot, and Stackhouse shoots it back the other way. Langevin to Gilbert. Billy Smith shouting instructions. Goring attempted pass to center. Hit one of the pins. Coming back forward is Pat Price. Price to the left of his own goaltender. He'll carry it out. Checked by Trottier. Stackhouse has it up the right side. To Mike Bullard into the Islanders end. 10 minutes left. Drop pass to Kehoe. Is shot. And it's deflected by Pearson. It goes up into the net area. Held on to by Billy Smith.
And as soon as Bullard made the play, Dennis Potvin unloaded him, knocked stick and everything away from Bullard. Mike watching the play finish up, but Potvin took the man, took the check, drove him right out of the play.
Bossy, Trottier both have one apiece. Gillies has 2 for the Islanders here this evening, and Boutet for the Penguins. 4-1 Islanders lead. Game 1 of this best-of-5 series. Trottier gives it right back to Potvin. Left side. Keogh stepped into Trottier. Penguins force a mistake. Here's Malone with the puck. Malone right side trying to get around Potvin. Does go behind the net. Smith a good play to sweep it away from Greg Malone. Morrow ties up Malone in the near corner. And it's played around the horn, and Potvin of New York with the puck. Up to center to Trottier. Caller's open on the right wing. He carries it across himself. Trontier near side. Drop pass. Caller. Carlisle trying to tie him up. Boutette's scrambles in to take the puck and clear it away from the slot. Far side. Caller, though. Caller to John Tonelli. Trontier's in front of the net. Look out. He goes to him. Intercepted by Malone. Malone whacks it up the boards. Back to center. Morrow and Potvin teaming up defensively. Pass too far for Tonelli. Baxter's back on the move. Islanders in. Trying to get in. Left the puck around the net. And Billy Smith reaches out with that goaltender stick to knock it away. Smith has been very collected tonight. Much different goaltender than he was on Sunday. Caller, left side. Trontier. Stopped by Dion. Trontier was stopped by Michel Dion. And the New York Islanders now trying to pour it on the Penguins here a little bit. Sensing a kill. They lead 4-1.
Well, the pass goes over to Caller, and Trottier just breaks down the left side. Caller looks for him, gets across the blue line. A good pass ahead. Trottier's got it, goes to the backhand. Dion stays with him the whole way. As Dion's going down, Trottier's shot just couldn't get enough elevation to it, and Dion made the save. Caller with the pass. Trottier come in. Goes to the backhand, but Dion had the glove there to save a goal. Winnipeg leading St. Louis 1-0 on a goal by Willie Lindstrom, first period.
Saint-Laurent against Brent Sutter here in the Penguins' end. And Price sends it away to Kevin McClellan. Up to Graham on the left wing of this line now. Trying to get around Gordy Lane. The puck rolls to the net. Billy Smith plays it over far side. Hotham comes in trying to tie up Gillies, and he does. We'll get a face-off in the New York zone to the left of goaltender Billy Smith. The Islanders up by 3 now here in game 1 of this playoff series. Penguins last year lost to the St. Louis Blues in the opening game, came back to win game number 2. They split in Pittsburgh, and of course the Blues won the final game. Saint-Laurent against Brent Sutter, and McClellan has the puck, hit by Brent Sutter, and McClellan trying to keep it in. He does. Sutter almost covered up with a glove, which might have been a penalty, but he didn't, and it's cleared back to the neutral zone. Price to Saint-Laurent, can't get into Islanders' ice. Hotham fanned on the attempted play, but now he gets it back and shoots it in. Gordy Lane, Islander defenseman. Went left wing to Clark Gillies. And he passes back to center, and Pat Price of the Penguins intercepts. Goes to Kevin McClellan. Gets around a check by Dwayne Sutter. Coming to the Islanders' end. Down the left wing. Offside play against the Penguins. 8:07 left in period number 2. We'll pause again. 4-1 Islanders. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. The attendance here tonight, 15,044. And Goring with the youngster Gilbert out and Bourne. Long shot from the right side by the bench. Stopped by Billy Smith. Lons have been trying to curve. And he gets it to Gilbert. Pass it out to Bourne. Good speed. Lets the shot go in the wrist shot. Save. Rebound. And Dion stopped that one too. Bourne, you just can't beat speed. That time he just blew by everybody. Lonzovan back on the Islanders there. Coming up that left side. Ferguson steps into him. And the puck moved to the Penguin zone. Carlisle will touch it. We have an icing call against New York. There is no substitute for that speed, Terry. Not at all. Especially with a guy like Bourne who can really mow it.
Well, Bourne in there, took the shot and then followed in and had the rebound too. 7:34 remaining in the second period. Islanders on top 4-1 on a pair of goals by Clark Gillies. Single goals by Mike Bossy and Brian Trottier. Trottier extending his NHL record streak of points in 26 consecutive playoff games, now over 3 seasons.
And Trottier is on here with Tonelli and Anders Carla. We haven't seen much of Mike Bossy tonight. So far, the Islanders have not needed him, except for an early goal, the first one of the game. Potvin, steer it around near wing for Keller. Stolen by Carlisle, but he couldn't hold it in. At center, though, Baxter will help the cause. Right wing to Kehoe. Drop pass to Gardner. Has some room. Comes in, his shot, and the save is made by Smith. The rebound comes high in the air. Keller legs it down. He goes behind the net. Around the left wing for Tonelli. Kehoe steps into him. Keep the puck in. Kicked out by the Islanders. They move it back to center. Gardner's pass to Randy Carlisle, Penguin defenseman. Bouncing puck off the net. Smith gloves it to Dennis Potvin. Right wing pass to Keller. And Keller turned around by Gardner, but he still has the puck. Back to the Islander line. 6:50 to go, second period. DeMorrow comes up, shoots it way wide. Comes to the left point to Dennis Potvin. Potvin shoot it in, and it's deflected. Coming to the near corner. Here's Keller, walks it out, goes behind the net to John Tonelli. Oh, look out, Trottier's open, and his shot is blocked by Baxter. Trottier has it again, left wing corner. Behind the net to John Tonelli. Islanders moving well. In front, Trottier. Shot, score.
Trottier get the puck, he'll start to move in front. Puts on the brakes, comes the other way. Past Michel Dion, his second of the night, his 30th career playoff goal. Tonelli waits, starts to come out. The defenseman goes for him. Trottier get it. He'll walk right in front. Stop. Go the other way. Put it on his forehand. Push it past Michel Dion. Tonelli and Keller assisting at 13:32.
So the Islanders now with a 4-goal lead. Here's Rick McLeish of the Pens. A shot off the arm of Billy Schmidt. McLeish gets it back, centers. The Islanders right there to move it back to center. Bourne coming the right wing. Price stopped that play. McEwen giving the puck to Gordy Lane. Islander defenseman. Up to center ice to Merrick. Looks for Billy Carroll moving to the Penguins in, and Mike Bullard. Off a stick comes to Merrick. Merrick, weak shot to the net. Dion throws it aside. And Pat Price, Penguin defenseman. Right up the center ice. Couldn't connect on a pass. It goes McEwen's stick. Ferguson's putting pressure on him, but Bob Bourne over to help the cause. Bourne up the left side. Shoot it up the Penguin goal. And Rick McLeish comes out of the corner with a puck. McLeish is checked. McEwen counterattacks. Four-man rush. Put it in the slot area. Intercepted. Here are the Penguins back 3-on-1. Bullard, McClellan. McClellan right side. Crank it up. His shot stopped by Smith. McClellan went to the board. Hit by Gillies down the ice. The Islanders now bring it back to center. Dwayne Sutter. Long shot off Carlisle's stick. It goes to the crowd. 5 minutes left, second period. The score, the Islanders 5, Pittsburgh 1, and this is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Going Minnesota out of town scoreless at the end of one period. Gilles Meloche and Murray Bannerman, the goaltenders in that game.
The Islanders have 2 second period goals. Gillies and Trottier both notching their second of the night. Bossy has the only other goal. Here comes Gillies coming to center, looking for the hat trick. Trying to beat Baxter, got around him. Here he comes, his shot, and he was taken out of the play by Carlisle at the last second. Kevin McClellan back for the Pens. Shooting the puck just beyond the reach of Rod's shot. And the New York Islanders have control of the puck. Pearson's pass to Brent Sutter. To Gillies, right wing to Dwayne Sutter. Dwayne comes in. One arm to behind the net. Nice play. Shot stopped by Dion. Nice play by Dwayne Sutter. And it was goaltender Michel Dion stopping Sutter. Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter now pushing and shoving a little bit. And around that goal area. Dion gets rid of the stick, trying to get away from the whole situation. Kevin McClellan in there for the Penguins. Well, the Pens really have not played a real physical game against the Islanders tonight at all. And we'll take a break. 4:25 left here in this second period. The Islanders 5, Pittsburgh 1, and this is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Everybody.
Randy Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter go off for the second time tonight with roughing penalties. He's come at 15:35 of the second period. Islanders with a 5-1 lead, putting on pressure. 2 Sutters out there with Clark Gillies. Gillies will make the move over to the right to Dwayne Sutter. Sutter carries in, tries to bring it around in front. Dion has it. Brother Brent tries to jam it, and then Clark loses his balance coming in, crashes into the pile. Back to live action.
Offside against the Penguins. Now both clubs shorthanded by a man, but at equal strength. Billy Carroll and Wayne Merrick for the New York Islanders. Dennis Potvin, Kenny Morrow holding the blue line for the Pens. Boutet, Keogh, Price, and Hotham. Outside of the New York line. And the puck played along the near boards. Fed back to punt man. He'll go to Billy Carroll. Carroll relays it up ahead for Merrick off a stick. It goes into the Pittsburgh zone. The late offside coming up here against the Islanders. Now the Penguins had set a pretty good tone on Sunday, but they really didn't follow it up here in this first game against the Islanders. And when you skate against this club, if you're going to skate and freewheel it, you might as well say goodnight. They've got too much talent.
Well, and as a result of Sunday's victory by the Pens, Al Arbor said, "Thank you very much. I think you got our guys just mentally ready for this series."
Billy Carroll going the puck back to the Islanders zone. Dennis Potvin 3 times won the trophy for the best defenseman in the NHL. He is playing out his option this year. They haven't signed him to a new contract. Wayne Merrick to Ken Morrow. Turned around by Pat Boutet. Morrow's pass to Billy Carroll. Down to the Penguin zone. Cuts inside on Price. Leave it now for Merrick. Comes down a backhand. Merrick has scored. And it is now 6-1 New York.
Well, Kenny Morrow carries it up, one-hands it over to Billy Carroll. Carroll takes it in, stands up Price, drops the puck. Merrick comes in, goes to the backhand right between the legs of Michel Dion. And Merrick with his first of the playoffs. Goal comes at 16:24. Carroll sets it up nicely. Merrick with the backhander.
Well, the Islanders now with a 6-1 lead. They've scored 3 more times here in the second period. Sutter's pass. Brent Sutter's off Gillies' stick. Into the Penguins near corner. Gillies working behind the net. Outworks Stackhouse. Has the puck. It goes to the far corner. And Baxter. Gillies in there again. Stackhouse trying to tie it up. Baxter comes over to take the loose puck. That goal came with both clubs shorthanded by a man, but at equal strength. Malone ready to the boards by Brent Sutter. The Islanders now with a comfortable 6-1 lead here in game 1. Mike McEwen skating away from Peter Lee. Pass stolen by Stackhouse, sends it up the right wing to Lee. Man trying to play is Malone. Malone will take it off the boards. Cuts in behind the net. Drop pass back. Stackhouse went after it. It went too far for him. Greg Gilbert and Stackhouse. And the puck moved to Greg Malone. To the Islander line, to Peter Lee, left side. A wrist shot blocked by Gordy Lane. Back behind the net. Here is Malone. Right side, Hotham a shot. That hit somebody on the way in. Peter Lee went down. Penalty coming up here. It'll be against the New York Islanders. Lane and Baxter have some words. Gordy Lane of the New York Islanders and Paul Baxter exchange some words. And Gordy Lane's the man that gets the penalty. Penalty comes at 17:35 of the second period. We'll go to a Foodland power play. And Robert J. Fulmer of Boyers, PA.
Islanders penalty number 24.
Lane gets 2 minutes for cross-checking at 17:35. This will be Pittsburgh's 3rd power play chance of the game. They've connected on one of 2 previous chances. Pat Boutet scoring from Paul Gardner and Randy Carlisle at 14:42 of the first period that cut the lead to 2-1. But since then, the Islanders have responded with 4 unanswered goals.
Now, the Islanders are very dangerous shorthanded, as if they aren't dangerous enough. They had 16 shorthanded goals to lead the league in that department this year. Trottier and Gorey now called upon to kill the penalty by Al Arbor. And Trottier won the draw. Pearson behind the cage. Sends it out to Trottier off his stick. Carlisle back to settle the puck, and he'll race it up. Here's Randy Carlisle. Penguin point man left side of Keogh. Back into their corner for Carlisle. Centers in front. Off Langevin. Play, but it's cleared by Billy Carroll. Carroll shoots it away. Trottier just came on to handle the faceoff for the Islanders, and he did that job. A very important one, and well done by Trottier. Carlisle again passing to Rick Keogh. Keogh to the left wing to Gardner. He'll break in deep. Gardner's pass to Keogh. Stolen by Langevin, and away it goes. Dion sets it up for Carlisle. A minute 13 to go on the penalty to Gordy Lane. finds Gardner at center circle. To the Islanders' zone, right side to Hotham. Hammer comes after him. Hotham carries it in deep. Penguins have 3 men behind the net. Now they work somebody out. Boutet coming along the near boards. Left side to Baxter. Will they shoot it? Boutet and Goring collide. Baxter right side. Hotham's there. He comes back to Baxter. His shot hit the post. And it's covered up by Billy Smith. Baxter shot. Got the pipe to the right of Billy Smith. And you could hear Big Ben strike one all the way to the upper rafters here at the Coliseum.
Paul Baxter gives it to Hotham. He'll get it back. Hotham walks in, takes a look. Gives it right back to Baxter with a quick shot. Through everything, but it hit the post on the left-hand side. Right back to Billy Smith, who covers up. Minute 13 left in the second period. 48 seconds left on the penalty to Gordy Lane.
Penguins have Mike Bullard with Rick McLeish and George Ferguson on the front line. Baxter and Price work the points. And Trottier won the draw again, but he couldn't get it out this time. Baxter, right side to McLeish. Pass it off softly to Ferguson, right wing corner. Goring comes after him. He goes behind the net. Leaves it for Bullard. Back in front for Ferguson. Turned around by Ken Morrow. And Trottier is able to clear. Comes right off. 27 seconds to go in the penalty to Gord Lane. Left wing pass to George Ferguson. Snaps it around the boards, around the right side. Place but a goal. Baxter's in deep. Baxter has it by himself. Trying to come out. Potvin gives him a check. It goes around to the near wing. Price comes in. Throws it back to the near corner. McLeish there. Price has to move in behind the cage. Does have the puck. Trying to center it. Potvin steals. He gave it to Bullard. 1 second. The penalty is over. 24 in the period. Right point. Baxter. Shot to the net. Smith stops that. And Potvin will wrist it up the left wing. Too far for Lane. Should have an icing call here. Price gets back to touch it first. And he will. For the Islanders in his own territory. He won the draw again. Lonzovan around the far side. Trottier and Singarock moves into him. Play to the right point to Carlisle. Carlisle slap shot down low. Save made by Smith. The rebound played in front. Lonzovan. The horn sound. That ends period number 2. And the New York Islanders have a big period again. And the score at the end of 2. The Islanders 6. The Penguins 1. And this is the Penguins Hockey Network. And you folks are quite familiar with that. Penguins have game 3 at the Civic Arena on Saturday. Arena box office open from noon until 8, Monday through Saturday. And you can call the Penguin Action Line at 765-3939 and charge tickets on your Visa or MasterCharge. Third period underway, and Carlisle, the Penguins, shoots it into the Islanders' zone. Billy Smith puts it behind the net for Dennis Potvin. Outlet left wing to Greg Gilbert. He got by Baxter. And up at center, Goring will touch it. We have a 2-line pass called against the New York Islanders. Let's pause for station identification. Let those folks identify themselves on our radio and television network. And this is the Penguins Hockey Network. Singaroff winning the draw from Merrick. Back to Baxter. Left side to Randy Carlisle. And he whips it up to the Islanders' zone. Smith, who has had an easy time of it really tonight. Pass to Potvin. Merrick plays it away left wing to Carroll. Man wide open up ahead. Wayne Sutter went beyond his reach. Beyond sneaks out to play it off the board. Wayne Sutter has it. Throw it in front for Merrick. Bounced off his shin. And Randy Carlisle corrals it for the Penguins. Move it to the far side to Rod Schutt. Morrow to beat. Swings in deep. Morrow put him in towards the boards. Play to the left pointer. Boyd with a slap shot. Billy Smith reaches up to glove that. Off to the bearded Morrow. American native up to center ice. Had the puck, Wayne Sutter did, taken away by McClellan. McClellan down, fakes a shot in against Potvin, knocked to his backside by Brian Trottier. You put the body into him, knocked him on his wallet. Work back to center ice, and Hotham of the Penguins. Corrals it for Pat Price. Bullard on the ice now with McLeish and Kevin McClellan. McClellan's going to come off. Price weaving his way to the Islanders' end. Dumps it behind the net. And Dennis Potvin again with an easy time of it, clears it back to center. The Penguins have dumped the puck in, but they've had nobody back in there really doing the forechecking and able to get back in and make a play behind the Islander goal. The Islanders have systematically just wheeled the puck out of their own end consistently and done it extremely well. Here's Hotham. Again, dump it in, and you see what I'm talking about. There's nobody there. Here's McLeish passing up, going to Trottier. Trottier at center. Right wing to Keller. Back in front. Now look out. It's a good play by Hotham to break it up. Bossy has not played hardly at all here since the first period. Trottier right wing to Keller. Islanders with great depth. Keller left side to Langevin. Penguins had a shot through. Block. Keller picks it up. Right side. So now he's being belted at by Price. Oh, he's working him over. He's going to get a penalty too. Price will be sent off there. Islanders pull their goaltender. Shot by Trottier and it's stopped by Dion. Langevin puts it back behind the net. So now he's held by Price now. And there'll be a penalty coming up against Pat Price. Now Price worked him over pretty good, and he'll get a penalty. We will break. 6-1 Islanders. This is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Price for cross-checking.
6-1. Islanders lead. Pierce on a shot. Scored. It's 7-1. That didn't take long at all.
Yeah, just your basic 4 seconds. Win the draw. Shot back to the point. Shot from the point by Pearson. Hit something in front. Changed direction.
Brent Sutter might have touched it.
If it is, it'll be his first Stanley Cup playoff goal.
No announcement yet. The Islanders up 7-1. And the puck into the New York end. Here's Brent Sutter passing to Gordy Lane. Gordy Lane out the left wing to Mark Gillies. Gillies skates his way. Penguin territory, a wrist shot. And Dion stops that. Pass it over the left side to Pat Boutet. Right wing to Peter Lee. Lee. Flipping into the left wing. Malone and Morrow go in.
Brent Sutter. Time of the goal was 2:20.
Pearson gets it all the way for the New York Islanders.
Gillies and Brent Sutter.
Penguin line. Here is Dwayne Sutter and Carlisle. They get the sticks up. Brent Sutter comes over. Dwayne Sutter and Randy Carlisle have had a little bit of pushing and shoving going on all night. Pearson scoring the goal for the Islanders. And that's his first, of course, this year in the playoffs.
Well, Carlisle and Dwayne Sutter are going to go off for the third time tonight. Carlisle rides Sutter into the boards, gives him a little stick. Sutter swings down on it.
Merrick and Billy Carroll, the two forwards for the Islanders, and McEwen and Langevin play it back. The Islanders have control of the puck. McEwen's pass right side to Merrick, who has a goal tonight. Trying to cut inside on Stackhouse. Sweeps it over to the near corner. Ferguson to the fan. Hit from behind by Merrick. McEwen, right side, a shot. Sails wide of the goal. The Islanders are pouring it on right now. Langevin. Pass right side to McEwen. Looks, fakes a shot. Goes in the slot. Intended for Merrick. Ferguson steals. Back with Bullard, 2-on-2. Left wing to Bullard. Back to Ferguson. Double team. The Islanders take the puck away, and they start back 3-on-2. McEwen, Carroll, and Merrick. Carroll has it. His shot. Trying to set up Merrick, I think, for a deflection. And couldn't do it. Right side. McEwen. Slap shot. Save is made by Dion. Ferguson to the pin. Back behind the net to Mark Chorney. 16 minutes left, third period. 7-1. Islanders on top. Stackhouse feeds it over to Mark Chorney. Rush it up to center red. And wheel it back to the right wing corner. Langevin. Islanders defenseman. Right in behind his own net. Will pass it over for Gilbert. To Langevin again. Lee moved into him. The Islanders have it, and Goring flips it up right up in the air back to the Penguin blue line. Matt Price turns it over to Paul Baxter. Goring coming after it. Good pressure by Goring. Malone and Lee, frontline players for the Penguins. 24 seconds to go in the minors to Dwayne Sutter and Randy Carlisle. Number 91, Butch Goring. With the rookie Gilbert. Goring trying to cut across the blue line, can't get in, so he skates it back to center. Goring's flying now. Here's Gilbert to Goring, and he just couldn't handle it. Price got a piece of it in the last second. Goring's got the motor going. Price to the Islander blue line. Right wing to Lee, the pass behind him. Penalties are over. Both Dwayne Sutter and Randy Carlisle come on. Islanders have possession of the puck in their own zone. Morrow's pass too far. Baxter up the alley, misfired on a pass to Rod Shutt, goes right through to Billy Smith. Gordy Lane, pass in left wing to John Tonelli. Look for Trunty, he's looking for the hat trick. He and McClellan collide. Tonelli now into the Penguin zone, down the left wing. Tonelli, a drop pass to Anders Keller in front. Frontier. Look at him hold on to that hard pass. He went after it. Spins it behind the cage. Chorney of the Penguins with it. And leaves it up the left side. Back to the neutral zone. McKeown trying to skate away from Rod Shutt. He will. Frontier crisscrosses with Keller. They both leave the puck. Rod Shutt handles it. Singer on. One man to beat onto him. Turn him around. He got the shot off and the save made. Here's Smith trying to juggle that puck. Tonelli plays it up to Anders Keller. Frontier trails the play. He looks for him. Dropped to the slot, but Singer on anticipated. He steals. Left wing to Shutt. Into the Islander zone. Fakes a shot. Stops. Singer on trails, and he has the puck. Into the left side. 7-1 game. His shot deflected by the Islanders. They recovered nicely on that play around the net. Smith plays it to Stackhouse. Goes to McClellan, a wrist shot, and stopped by Billy Smith. We will pause. 13:40 left, third period. Islanders in command of the game. 7-1. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. We look back to the Penguins zone. Gillies in behind. Gillies in the near corner. Pass at center point. Morrow there. A shot knocked aside by Michel Liard. Gillies again to the near corner. Dwayne Sutter has it. Oh, Poutet stepped into him. Knocked him down off his skates. And the pin's clear. Goes back down to Islander territory. Gordy Lane will set up shop behind his own goaltender, Billy Smith. 13 minutes left in the third period. And the New York Islanders lead game one, 7-1. Poutet into the New York zone. Circling. Passes it for Gardner. He goes behind the cage to Keogh. Keogh trying to walk out. Goes to Stackhouse in front. And his shot was partially deflected by Dwayne Sutter. Billy Smith behind the net. Whistle blows. Penalty coming up here. Penalty coming up here. And Gardner now, one of the Islanders, starts to push and shot. Fournier going to send two players off here. So evidently Gardner retaliated, and it's going to cost him some penalty time.
Penalties will come at 7:15. Brent Sutter, who led the Islanders in penalty minutes, took a run at Gardner, threw the elbow at him right at the jaw, and that was the initial penalty. And Gardner, a little bit later, retaliated with a high stick, so they'll both go off.
Well, I don't want to hear Mr. Arbor talk about chippy play anymore.
Pittsburgh penalty number
His folks are as guilty of that type of play as anybody else. Hogwash.
Sutter, 2 minutes elbowing.
Sutter gets 2 minutes for elbowing.
15.
Gardner, 2 minutes for high stick.
The Penguins, 2 for high sticking. Brent Sutter of the Islanders, 2 for elbowing. 7-15.
All right, they're at equal strength again. 7-1, New York leading. And Malone of the Penguins out to Baxter. Shoots it way wide of the net. It goes behind the cage. Peter Lee and Malone both in behind the goal. Malone works it out. Malone in front, looking for Price, and he can't shoot it. Gives it back to Peter Lee. Lee put it in front of the net. Kenny Morrow has it for the Islanders. Looks ahead for Merrick. Instead, it's going to carry the puck at center and now just dump it in. Behind the goal. Here is Pat Price. Up the alley to Peter Lee. Has all the room in the world. Let's see what happens. Right side. Islanders there. Lazovic took him off the puck. Wayne Merrick out the left side. And it will go to the Penguin zone. Paul Baxter giving the puck to Peter Lee. Knocked aside by Carroll back into the Penguins' far corner. 11:53 to go, third period. Islanders leading 7-1. Malone of the Penguins skating from his own end of the rink, passing right side to Baxter. Baxter moving in, trying to get around Pearson. Does, goes in deep, trying to center it, and it deflected off the leg. McLeish is hit in the far side by Pearson, sent it around to the near wing. There's nobody there. The Penguins are in the midst of a line change. Almost got caught for too many men on the ice. 40 seconds to go on the penalties to Gardner and Sutter. Brent Sutter, near corner, Penguin zone. Chorney passing to Mike Bullard. Bullard Moves it from his own zone, kind of a blind pass there. Fortunately, no Islander was there in that slot area. Bullard takes command of the puck into the Islander zone. Down that left side, Morrow, good defensive play by Morrow, just pins him in the corner. McLeish works it free, right back into the body of Bullard. And that is a major league play Morrow just made on Mike Bullard there.
Out of town, Boston now leading Buffalo 3-1. Montreal ahead of Quebec 3-0. Winnipeg has taken a 2-1 lead over St. Louis.
Trottier and Bullard holding on to one another, and the Islanders get control of the puck. Dennis Potvin, look out. Trottier's got a right side. The Penguins in open, coming towards the goal, and he's turned aside by Chorney. Trottier goes after it, and the puck seems to stick right on his blade. Potvin back to Trottier. They're trying to set him up here for the hat trick. Unable to do so, though. It goes back to center. And John Tonelli. Gardner comes on, so does Brent Sutter. Those penalties are all over. 10:35 left in the third period. Tonelli's right wing pass deflects into the Penguins' far corner. Keller after it. Couldn't play it by Carlisle. The Islanders, though, will keep it in. Tonelli right side. Still working, falls down, and Rick McLeish of Pittsburgh off the glove of Bullard, back to the center circle. Potvin to Morrow, backpedals to his own zone. This goes behind the net. Right wing, tried to get it to Coward. Hit Carlisle, went onto the Penguin goal. And it'll be Greg Hotham of Pittsburgh. Ferguson, over to the right side. Bullard moves in deep, behind the net. Langevin hits him with a heavy check once, twice, hits him again. Far side, heavy check there on Rod Schutt. And here come the Islanders breaking out. McEwen. Lay it off on the far side. Singarant just off of the Penguins. A shot taken that goes back behind the Penguin goal. Carlisle's pass stolen by Dwayne Sutter, but Singarant recovers, lost it to Brent. Brent Sutter to Gillies, intercepted by McClellan. Fakes his shot, comes in. He put it down low, and Smith makes the stick save. The left wing boards, Rod Schutt, and it pushed away by McEwen back to the center ice area. Penguins have not scored since 14:42 of period number one. The score, 9:11 to go, third period, 7-1 New York. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. Mike Lang along with Terry Schiffauer here at the Nassau County Coliseum.
First final of the night, Boston 3, Buffalo 1. O'Connell for the Bruins, Lambert for Buffalo.
And the Bruins take a 1-0 lead in their best-of-5 series. Played back to Penguin ice, Michel Diot. Looking on that far side, we have an offside call against the Islanders. The puck was poked back in.
Tim Young has scored for Minnesota. It's 1-1 in the second period. Doug Wilson 2-1. And Turnbull for the Blues.
Coming back to get the puck in his own end. Playing off the boards, and Cordy Lane will come back and touch it. We have an icing call against the Penguins.
Well, with 8:48 left.
Crowd is alive with the Islanders leading by 6 in the puck into New York territory. McEwen hit on the shoulder by Rod Schutt. Baxter trying to keep it in. He will. Back in behind the net. Langevin checked by Rod Schutt. Schutt has 7 goals in 17 playoff games for the Penguins. He's produced at a pretty good rate. He's joining the Pins from the Montreal system. Here are the Islanders, though, with control of the puck and the game at the moment. Dwayne Sutter shoots it back into his own end. Singarant goes in against McEwen. Billy Smith helps out. Good play by Smith there. Played it back to his defenseman. The Islanders steer it back to the center ice area. Merrick takes off down the left wing. Baxter trying to line him up. And he'll take him in behind the net. The centering pass stolen by Boutet. Boutet leaves the puck for Singarant. Penguins trying to get fresh troops out here. Singarant off the center. Baxter will carry it back to the Islander stripe. Boutet goes after it. Force it up to the right wing side. And Tonelli clears. Penguins again with 7:40 to go. Crush it up. Lift it over the head of Langevin. Left wing corner. McEwen and Gardner go in. McEwen has it. Gave it away to Price. Price between the circles. Put it in front for Gardner. Off his stick. Here is Keogh taking a check from Trottier. Trottier pushing the helmet of Keogh. Knocks him around a little bit. And the puck goes back into the Penguins' end. Price will pass it rink wide to Hoffman. In the right wing, intended for Keogh. Stolen by the Islanders. Nelly in the near corner, taken to the ice. Here's Frontier with it in front. Man there. Keller can't shoot it. Boutet just had his stick tied up. Gardner coming back to center. And is able to backhand it into the Islanders zone. Gordy Lane around the far side, picked off by Boutet. Boutet in front, man there, Gardner. Couldn't quite get it by Billy Smith. And it's the Islanders rushing back. Trottier to Keller. Off the stick of Trottier, deflection in the near corner. Tonelli and Carlisle have some words. We'll take a break. 6:42 to go here. Boutet now also involved. As play is whistled down here. Trottier and Carlisle now get the sticks into one another. We'll hold it here for a moment. And we'll take a break. The score 7-1 New York, and this is the Penguins Hockey Network.
Race to the bottom.
Not all.
Greg Malone. The Islanders with possession of the puck, however, at center ice. Gordy Lane wheels it on the backhand, back behind the Penguin net. Stackhouse off the boards, intended for Malone. It's just behind him. Graham, though, of the Pens has the puck, and he'll skate it back to the Islander line. Long shot. That's off Morrow's stick. Morrow has that long reach, just reaching down with that blade and deflecting the shot by Pat Graham.
One game. Bruins scored 8 against Pittsburgh in 1980 in the Civic Arena.
Right in behind the New York netminder Billy Smith is Ken Morrow. His pass too far for Billy Carroll. And Ron Stackhouse plays it up the left wing. Nobody home, and Morrow gave it away back to Malone. Comes right wing to lead. Drop pass Stackhouse. His shot. Where to go? It hit the post, I think, to the left of Billy Smith. He didn't see it at all. He was screened. And the whistle blows. We'll get a face-off in the near corner. As they jam it in, face-off in the Islander zone. Along with Pat Graham and Peter Lee. The only goal the Penguins have tonight on a power play goal by Pat Boutet. Graham and Bourne now the matchup. And they'll drop the puck near side. Here is Stackhouse. Weak shot stopped by Billy Smith. And the New York Islanders with command of the puck, and Mike McEwen on the move. Drop pass for Bourne. Backhand shot off the on play. Stackhouse plays it far side. Malone lost the puck. Here's Bourne. Bourne holding on to it very well. McEwen left side. His shot back to the net, stopped by Dion. Malone knocked down by Bourne. There'll be a penalty coming up against the Islanders. Bob Bourne. Bourne will get caught here for tripping, and it'll allow us to take a timeout. We shall do so with a score: the Islanders 7, Pittsburgh 1. This is the Penguins Hockey Network.
It's 2 minutes for tripping at 14:35. Pittsburgh with their 4th power play chance of the game. Their lone goal was scored on the power play.
Bernard Gasper will be our Foodland power play contestant. The Penguins score, a Citizens Watch from Rogers Jewelers in downtown Pittsburgh. If the Penguins do not, a gift certificate from Foodland. Rick Kehoe, Penguin right winger, giving the puck to Baxter. Skated up to the Islander blue line, down the right side. Has the puck, trying to pass it off for Gardner. Gardner in the near corner, hit by Gordy Lane from behind. Works it to Pat Boutet. Islander penalty killers, Billy Carroll and Anders Keller. Boutet, wheel and deal. Looking, goes to Gardner, moves out, put it in front for Keogh, went right by his stick. Carlisle back to the left wing corner to Keogh. In behind the cage to Gardner. Morrow pins him against the glass. And Keogh takes the loose puck. Gives it to Boutet. Again, Boutet turning it around to Gardner. Out in front to Keogh. Can't shoot it. The Islanders have it, and they play it back to center. Penguins with a little bit of a different look here in the power play. Working the puck from the right side, as usually they work it from the left. Goring, shorthanded. Penguins in. Hit by Boutet. Goring still in the near corner. All over the ice. Baxter trying to take it away. Center ice. Goring's coming after. Comes to Boutet. Stands alive with the work by Butch Goring. And it is Baxter finally coming to the Islander blue line. 38 seconds to go. Langevin stops the play. Can he clear? He does. Back to center ice. The Pens again rush it up. Islanders territory. Keogh down deep. Takes a weak shot off Langevin's stick. Billy Carroll Hit by Boutet. They'll go into the corner. Keogh works it free. Left point to Carlisle. Back to Boutet. Stolen by the Islanders, but they can't clear him. Boutet again with possession. Left point to Carlisle. Skates it over. Trying to go right side to Baxter. Broken up by Johnsonelli. Baxter and Tonelli fighting for possession on the near boards. Baxter along the near side. The penalty is over, and on the ice now comes Bob Bourne. Gardner to the Islander blue line. Can't get in. 3:15 to go, third period. New York 7, Pittsburgh 1. And an easy time up with the Islanders tonight in game 1. Hotham down the left wing. Langevin really belts him with a hard check. Shot from the left side by Price. The stop is made. So Langevin really lined up Hotham. All right, we'll break. 3:02 to go. Third period, 7-1 New York. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. There's a look at the scoreboard on the TV side. The Islanders 7 with the time left. And the Penguins 1, Terry.
Islanders just put up a cute cartoon picture, one Stanley Cup, and from behind that came a second one. And as the fans waited in anticipation, they showed him just a little piece of the third one.
Now a new pane of glass has to go in after Langevin checked Hotham heavily to the boards. He knocked the glass out. Well, this has not been a kind building to the Penguins all year. The Islanders have just dominated here in this building except for one game. And they shoot the puck long to the Penguins in now, and Price back to touch it. The Islanders won all 4 meetings between the two teams. Kings coming back against Edmonton.
Dave Taylor has scored. It's 4-3 Edmonton in the first period.
Wayne Merrick, who seems to save his very best for the playoffs, has a goal here tonight. Trottier with 2, Gillies with 2.
He scored the goal last year that proved to be the winning goal in the deciding game. Little quiz for you. There's a player out there whose dad scored a cup winner. If you were sitting beside him on the bus today, I'll make it easier for you.
Gordy Lane, Penguin defenseman. Or Islander defenseman shoots it up the left side. He got me so shook up now.
Penguin draft choice.
Yeah, Penguin draft choice. That's right. Ninth rounder. Ferguson passing to Chorney now at the Penguin line. And he'll shoot it in. Off the body of Ken Morrow. Back to center. 2:23 left. Gillies going to Gordy Lane. Could be Paul Gardner's dad. Am I right?
You've got it.
Goes down deep into the Penguins in, and Dion over to Hotham, and he takes a heavy check, and the Islanders are just running freewheeling on the Penguins now. Just throwing heavy checks. Gillies with it. Pass it to Merrick. Down the right side. After it is Brent Sutter. Stopped by Carlisle. Merrick behind the net. Centers it, man there. Shot, score. Brent Sutter.
Islanders just keep working and digging. They have 7. They want more. Out in front to Brent Sutter. Quick shot. Off the pad and in the goal. Goal comes at 18:09. Brent Sutter with his first Stanley Cup playoff goal.
For number 21, Brent Sutter.
Pass from Wayne Merrick.
Assist for number 9, Clark Gillies.
And Clark Gillies also assisting.
Wayne Merrick. Time of the goal.
Gillies has 2 goals and 2 assists tonight. 8-1 Islanders.
From Gillies and Merrick.
McClellan trying to put it out in front for Saint-Laurent. Knocked away. Shutt has it. His shot just missed the net. Now Langevin and McClellan collide. Here is Shutt putting the hip into Langevin. Islanders come back 2-on-1. Dwayne Sutter right side. In deep. In front to Carroll. He failed the attempted shot. He put the pass there. Carroll just missed it. Gilbert at center ice. Checked by Saint-Laurent. And the New York Islanders with an 8-1 lead. Throw it up into the Penguin net area. Dion turns it over to Ron Stackhouse. Passing to Kevin McClellan. Left wing, it's going to be an icing call. It went by everybody. We're down to 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the game. Well, game 2 will be tomorrow night here at the Nassau County Coliseum. Penguins beat the Islanders 7-2 on Sunday. It was not for the marbles, as they say. This game starts it, and the Islanders certainly come up looking like champions here tonight. Penguins fall flat.
The 2 early penalties, not that they were factors, but the Islanders only needed 6 minutes to get into the lead.
Hotham passes to Pat Graham. Now the Penguins may have to get a little bit of a new look going into games 2 and 3. Here's Trottier on the far side with the puck out of his own end, coming up looking for the hat trick. He and Gillies both now working here. Goes back behind the net. Trottier battling Chorney. Goes to Graham. Far away. Graham to Malone. And he throws it up to center. Peter Lee, 30 seconds left in the game. Lee's down, a wrist shot. Smith stops that. And around to the near side. Gillies. He and Trottier both out here now looking for goals number 3. Pass too far for Gillies. 17 seconds left. Graham able to take it away from Gillies and get it back to center. Malone's drop pass. Right to Hotham. 7 seconds. They'll counter down. The crowd will. Islanders will win game 1. That's it. Final score, the New York Islanders 8, the Pittsburgh Penguins 1. The Islanders lead the series 1-0. And this is the Penguins Hockey Network. Pittsburgh tonight from the Nassau County.
Next on Up Close, he went from a Super Bowl running back to being out of a job. Ex-Steeler Bam Morris tries to bounce back after breaking the law. Up Close is up next.
Live from the ESPN studios in Los Angeles, here's Chris Myers.
Hi, how you doing? And welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. In a moment, we'll talk live with free agent running back Bam Morris. He'll tell us what he's learned from his mistake and if he'll play again in the NFL this season. First, to check on some of the stories making news today. 31-year-old Cam Neely of the Bruins announced his retirement because of health reasons. He played 13 seasons in the NHL and had 395 career goals. Duke's top assistant coach Tommy Amaker will interview next week for the vacant head
year. Pittsburgh playing under 5.